Hello, everyone. My name is Olu. For those of you that know me, thank you very much for joining. This is our course to discuss how to get started on Fiverr. Before I go on, let me just share my screen so you can actually see the presentation, not my face. I would not want you to be staring at my face all through the presentation. So let me just share that, and you should be able to see the screen right there. All right. So we should have gotten this email. This is the email I sent to people that attended the last seminar. If you don't have this email, please send me an email and I will forward it to you. It's just I'm giving you information as to what we need to do. This is the link that we're going to start with, and that link can be seen when you open the email. So let me just start the presentation. Right, so once again, thank you very much. We're going to be discussing getting started with Fiverr.com on this in this video. I'm going to try and make it less than 20 minutes so that I don't take too much of your time. But you'll always have access to these videos because it's on YouTube for you to be able to watch it again and again to help you learn and to be able to create your profile and create your gigs. All right, so let's get started. Like I said, you should have gotten this email, and I put a link there to use my profile to be able to log into Fiverr. So this is the link. When you click on it, you get a page that looks like this, Fiverr.com. It might not be this picture, it could be, but generally it's just the landing page or the home page. So there are three sections here. There's become a seller, there's sign in, there's join. What you need to do is click on join to be able to join Fiverr. There are three ways you can actually join Fiverr: using your email address, using your Facebook profile, or using your Gmail. I will always advise that let's keep it to the email. Put your email address there. They'll ask you to put your username, password, and everything. I didn't put that in because it has my username and my password and everything. I wouldn't want to share it on Google. So once you've done that, you should get a page that looks like this. And then it tells you that you need to verify your account through your email. So confirm that this is your email sent. Confirm the email sent to you. So you click on go to email, and you can then confirm. Once you've done that page, message disappears, and you get this page that looks like this. It might not be exactly these icons that are there or these gigs that are there, but something that looks like this. It welcomes you, and it tells you that you're ready to start selling. So let's quickly navigate through the first page that you see. Here you have the Fiverr logo. Here you have a search where people come to search for services. So if you're looking for a musician, you can put it right there. If you're looking for a voiceover artist, you can put it right there. If you're looking for a virtual assistant, you can put it right there. Community has different things like blog and all that stuff. This is notifications. This is your email. This is your chat. When you put your mouse over it, once you log in, you will see what it is about. And this is my profile that I created using this username, CoinLS. That's creating online income now learning series. Here it tells you, hi, get offers from sellers for your projects. You can post a request. Now here, this is an interesting portion of this whole page. Popular searches. This is what is popular right now on Fiverr. So for example, when people go there and search for something, Fiverr gets the information and says, and ranks it and says this is the most searched for thing. So if you have skills around creating cartoons, creating, being a virtual assistant, or being able to translate from one language to the other, for example, French, Spanish, or German to English, these are hot topics right now. You have your ebooks, people that can create ebooks, resumes, or photo editing. These are the top popular searches right now on Fiverr. Now, these are different types of gigs that are featured on Fiverr. And once you create yours will always also come there. Fiverr does that very much for their users to promote them. So once you create your gig, it will also come here and people can see what you offer. That's for this page. Now, underneath here, you have the categories. And if you remember from our seminar on Saturday, we talked about 10 things that you're passionate about 10 skills that you have. So this is where you can actually find what category it is. And once you click on it, you'll show you all the things that we looked at on Saturday. Okay, now if you click on your username, you can see your dashboard, start selling, request, my favorites, my profile, settings, and all that stuff. This page shows you an example of what you have in the graphics and design category. So you have logo design, you have business cards, stationery, illustrations, cartoons, flyers, book covers, and all those nice things. These are the categories that you can actually sell in Fiverr if you have the skills, infographics, and if you look at all the other categories, you can actually find stuff that you can do right there. These categories are also repeated underneath. If you scroll down, the list is also there. So take some time to look at these categories and start to identify what you want to start selling on Fiverr. We'll go to more detail when we start talking, when we have our discussions during the webinar. All right. So let's continue. So the next thing that we'll look at is if you want to create your profile. So first of all, you created a profile, but you want to then upgrade your profile. What you need to do then, click on my profile right here. And then you get a basic page that looks like this. Now, to be able to sell, you need to be able to, portray yourself in a way that people can actually find it easy to communicate with you, because they can put a face to it, or they can put a picture to it, or they know what you're about. So once you've created your profile, the next thing is to optimize your profile. The first thing you do is create a nice picture. You always use a smiley picture, or always use a beautiful picture, not just any kind of picture. Use a very nice picture. If you're using your picture, make sure you're smiling in that picture. If you're using another person's picture, make sure you have their right to use the picture, because if somebody finds out that you're using their picture and you don't have the right, they can sue you, and Fiverr can actually, you can get into trouble for that. So I would say, don't just go to the internet and download any nice picture of Beyonce or anyone. Use a picture that you have and during our webinars, if you need help with that, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, where you can get pictures from. But make sure you use a nice picture that people can actually, like. People will like when they see, and a picture that you have the right to use. So next thing is, it says, what's your story in one line? You need to put a story in one line. What is your story? So you have to use words like good, awesome, great. What I put here is awesome digital expert who loves to help people with their needs. So so you can put all that in there. Make sure the one-liner that talks about how great you are, how awesome you are to help people. Not only about you, but how you can bring those skills to your clients. It automatically picks the country of where you were registered in. It puts that there, and yeah. So the next section you need to update is your description. There you have some time to think about how you can create a nice description that tells people what services that you offer, and always make it about their needs and how you can help them with their needs. Once you're done with this section, you can update it, and then go to the linked accounts. You can link it with your Facebook, your Google, your LinkedIn, whatever you want to link it in. But all these things are not mandatory. This section is not mandatory at all, but it's good to have to help you sell. So anything that's going to help you sell, you want to do. So the other thing is, the next thing you need to do is also pick the category that you're going to be working in. If virtual assistant, you can put it in. Always use the expert experience level. Don't use beginner or intermediate, because people will not want to buy from beginners, right? So put in intermediate, experts, so that people can believe you and come and order your gigs. If you have some educational experiences or education experience you want to put there, please do. If you don't want to, it's not mandatory, like I said. Certifications also you can put if you have, and that is that. So once you've done that, your profile then looks like this. Your picture shows right there and on the side right here, and you're ready to go. But there's one thing you need to do. You get a to-do list. You haven't set your security questions. You need to set your security questions, because then if you forget your password, how would you be able to access your account? So that Fiverr does that. Now, before we go into what that looks like, let me just quickly show you. A lot of people were asking, how does Fiverr really work? And there are 3 main steps. So how Fiverr works is simple. First of all, you create your gig, and we're going to go into that right now. You create your gig, you publish the gig, and then you start to market your gig on Fiverr. And people that are searching using this search criteria will come and look for you, and they will start having discussions around what they want. You agree, and then they order your gig. Once they order your gig, you deliver the work and you get paid. Now, in the webinar, we'll talk about how you can get paid, how you can the online banks that you can use and all that. But it's as simple as that. The people that order your gig provide their information to Fiverr, and once they order your gig, Fiverr charges them, but they don't release the money until you're finished delivering the work. So once you finish delivering the work, there's a lag time for everybody to make sure that everything is done, and then Fiverr gives you your cut of what you've been paid. Now Fiverr takes $1 out of every $5 that you earn on Fiverr. That's how they get paid, which makes sense, because you see, Fiverr is great because, and this is why I put this forward, because you can start to make money without actually investing anything into any amount of money into it. Other platforms, you will need to put some money in to subscribe or to do things. Even to create a website, you need to have money to do that. But Fiverr is a very good platform where you don't need money to start. You can start and start making money. Fiverr takes their $1 out of every $5. That's 20%, which is okay. And then you can make money. So I'll tell you in the webinar how you can create an online bank account and all that stuff in the webinar. All right. So your security questions, you can pick the ones you want and you answer the questions. I didn't put those pictures, those screens there because they're private. All right. So once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is you want to create your gig. Now this is where you have to spend some time in doing this. And I want you to watch this video as many times as possible for you to understand what you need to do. So when you click on create a gig, you find this page, you get to this page. There are 6 steps, 5 major steps, but the last one is publishing. The first one is overview, second one is pricing, third one is description and frequently asked questions. The fourth one is requirements, and then gallery, and then publish. So let's go to the first one, overview. It says, I will do something I'm really great at or good at. So you need to put in something here that is very catchy. So for example, what I put here was, I'll be your personal assistant right now. And Fiverr thinks it's just perfect. So you have to coin a short sentence that will describe what you want to do. So if you're a musician and you're offering a music service, you say, I will be your pianist right now, or I will play music for you as soon as you want it, or something very catchy. Then you pick the category of the service that you're offering, and then you pick the subcategory, and then it tells you where it is. Now this is supposed to help you, also supposed to help you rank up in when people are searching for the services that you're offering. And the service type is admin and support. And then here you can actually put in keywords. Now remember what I talked about search helps you rank up in your search. So for example, people are looking for virtual assistant, they type it there. The system automatically looks at your search tags to rank you in the search. So please be creative, put in the right keywords that links to the service that you're offering with this gig, so that people can pick up the gig in their search. So you save and continue. When you do that, you go to the next page. Here, most of these pages are very intuitive. You just have to go through it and describe the services that you're going to offer for your clients, based on what you want them to what you want to charge them. So for example, basic basic service, or the standard service, or the premium service. And you can tick which ones will be delivered in basic, standard, or premium. The next thing you can pick is what is included, and the time that it will take you, and the price. So for this gig, we have $5, we have $12, we have $30 for the basic, standard, and premium. So you can pick all that and check what you offer depending on the gig that you're creating. And you can also add extras like extra fast delivery and add more money and for shorter time and things like that. If it includes traveling and travel plans, you can also put that in depending on the gig. All right. So you click on save and continue, and then go to the next section. Now here you have the description. You can then sit down and create your description to offer that you are offering in this gig. I would love to help you achieve your business or personal goals with this gig. This is what I'm able to do. I've done this in many countries. I've done it for many people. I'm really great at it. You can put all that description in there. And then you save, update, save, and continue. And then you can put in your requirements. So if you need 5 things for them to send to you before they order your gig, you put it right there. And I always like to tell people that at the end of everything, just say, please do not order this gig till we've had a discussion. Because some people will come and want to order a gig that costs $5, but they're asking for the whole world. And that's impossible. So you have to make sure you manage that. So after you put in the requirements, you can update it and then save and continue. And then you go to this gallery. Now the gallery is very, very important because it also helps you knock your sales out. Because you can put in pictures, you can put in videos, you can put in sound. And a lot of people just want to hear that sound of your voice or see that video and be impressed. So for example, if you're doing cartoons, you want to upload some work that you have done with cartoons. You can also do that there as pictures or as videos. For the purpose of this training and for the purpose of this gig, I use the profile picture as one of the pictures. I use a phone and a computer and a handset that can help you. I don't have a video, sorry. But if you have a video, you can upload it to create this gig. Once you're done with that, see, you can also add more, more information, more like a PDF or files that to help people that are looking for more information about the gig you're offering. And then you can save and close. Now it says congratulations, you're almost done. So what happens here is that once you've created this gig, Fiverr will then go and cross-check in their database to make sure that this gig doesn't already exist, that you're not copying other people's text and you're not copying other people's what they call this thing, gig information. And once they do that, and they find out everything is good, they release it. Now what you can then go and do is publish your gig on any social media platform. So when you click on next, you're almost there. You can publish. Once you click on publish, you can publish on Facebook, on Twitter, on G+, on Instagram. Sorry, is this Instagram or, yeah, Instagram or email. So that's done. So once you're done, you're good. That's how to create your picture. Like I said, we're going to talk about this. This is a video that you can actually watch again and again to create your profile. And I expect that a lot of people will do that before we have the webinar. And during the webinar, we'll discuss how you can now then your gig and how to get yourself, what you need to do daily, and how you can be, active on Fiverr, on the mobile device and all that. But let me say a big thank you for joining me with this video. I hope it has been helpful. If you really find it helpful, please just leave a comment. I'll send me an email if you think that there's something that I didn't cover properly or you need help with anything. Once again, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Take care of yourself and God bless.